So we start Transformer Tuesday with some Transformer Legacy listings that indicate what pretty much more or less what a portion of the so far unmentioned Wave 4 of Transformer Legacy is going to be. The retail listings that popped up here behind the scenes on UPC and AEN codes provided by JT Prime 17 indicate some information that we have not known up to this point, except for one of them that we kind of had obviously a little bit of a indication that it was going to come sooner or later. We got some new stuff here. We also have a image that has been circulating on Weibo and the different Chinese message boards, but we'll get into that in the second half of our segment today, because it relates to what is going to be the future of Legacy and what we have to expect. So let's get into these listings for Wave 4. Two of them are repack listings, which I find very interesting, but this seems to be kind of the norm now that's been going on since we started with Siege, where there's going to be some products in Siege that are going to be repacked into Earthrise. There's going to be products in Earthrise that are going to repacked into Kingdom. And now we have more Kingdom product that's going to be repacked into Legacy. And first one we got here is Transformer Legacy Deluxe Class Cheetor, which is going to be a filler in Wave 4. I mean, look, if you didn't get Cheetor in Wave 1 of Kingdom, where he was plentiful, if you didn't get the Netflix version, if you somehow didn't feel like getting the Shadow Panther retool, and if somehow during the actual run of the exclusives, if you're not going to get the Legacy version of Night Prowler, I guess you could get Cheetor again. Maybe he'll just have some nicer box art and no trading card. Sure, I guess so. It is what it is. I guess there clearly is a reason to put that out. Maybe it's a trademark reason, but they want to have yet another Cheetor out there, even if it's probably going to be straight up the same product from Kingdom. Same thing here with the second package repack, which is Wheeljack. Now, Wheeljack is a real head scratcher because that's an Earthrise mold. It was an Earthrise mold that was filled in and repacked for Kingdom, and it got a re-release again in Kingdom. And now it's going to get a re-release again in Legacy, combined with the fact, when you think about it, he had the Earthrise release, he had his Netflix Walmart edition, which is just a dirtier version. Again, he had that repack in Kingdom. He's going to have a premium finish one if the teasers are any indication, so there's that one that's coming to at some point. And then you even have that really nice Authentics one that's going to also be releasing very soon. Is there really that much of a demand for Wheeljack to put him now repacked again into yet again another mainline retail? Sure, I don't understand it myself, but it is what it is. I mean, some people were hoping that maybe this is a mistake and it's Transformers Prime Wheeljack or Armada Wheeljack, but it says PR. It's probably going to just be a repack again, and I guess they're going to have to make yet again another piece of art for some Legacy packaging. Imagine the same toy is going to have 3 different art deco packaging for Earthrise, Kingdom, and now Legacy. That's a record up to this point. Then we have a Deluxe Class Stunticon Breakdown. When we had the original lineup for what is going to be 2022 Legacy, all the Stunticons were on that list with the exception of Breakdown. Breakdown was the only one absent in 2022, and it was speculated that at some point when we do get an announcement for Wave 4, which is today, he would probably be on it, and lo and behold, he's there. No big surprise there. We knew he was going to be coming just to finish up the crew. And last but not least, not a big surprise that this is going to be happening. It's just a matter of what platform it was going to be on, if it was going to be a Generation Select, if it was going to be a store exclusive. He is going to be a mainline retail Wave 4. We got Voyager Class Transformers Legacy Twincast, which is the upgraded new version from Blaster, our Legacy Voyager. Now, people aren't familiar with the Twincast character in the Headmasters cartoon series or anime in Japan. Him and Soundwave had a, quote, battle to the death. He died, but then was revived as Twincast, a blue and yellow repaint of his already red and yellow repaint of Blaster. Now, the question I have on top of that is, what are they going to do with his pack-in cassette buddy? If they are going to stick with the same mold, Are they going to do a different character? Are they going to just do the other member? It's like, okay, you got eject, you want to do rewind, or do they want to do something like that? Or do they want to maybe go somewhere a little more, I guess, clever? Maybe do Kiss Play Rosanna. That'd be really cool if they did that, to be honest. Or Flip Sides, or, one of the more obscure kind of humanoid characters. Or do they want to include a brand new mold completely? Maybe give us Steel Jaw or Ramhorn. We don't know. We have codes. That's all we know. F30529. We have just the EN codes. We don't know what exactly is planned yet at this moment, but we do know we are getting a Twincast at some point. And then the last one they have here is saying that Skullgrin is also going to be part of the Wave 4 assortment, but we knew about Skullgrin already before because he was also listed to be part of the Wave 3 assortment in our listings for 2022, so he's probably going to be a filler for Wave 4 at some point. And I'm just going to take this moment actually to kind of just remind people, Wave 2 of Legacy, the core class is going to have Iguanus again. It's going to have a repack of the core class Optimus Prime. It's going to have a G2 Megatron, which everyone is pretty much assuming is going to be a repaint of the Megatron that we got, the core class in Kingdom. We already saw the art in the Legacy art of a deck, a camo kind of Megatron tank mode. So it's pretty much a given at this point. And Shockwave supposedly is going to get a brand new mold and is going to be a core class in Wave 2. So stay tuned for that. Wave 2 Deluxe class is going to have Prime Knockout, which is pretty awesome. An Elita 1. We don't know how that's going to look, but something. Tarantulas, again, we have no idea how that's going to turn out. And Wild Rider, there's our other Stunticons. The Voyager class is going to be Prime Soundwave and G-Axis. So again, those are pretty hyped too. And then the Leader class is going to have Galvatron, which we already saw images of, which he's got, they say it's going to be a repack, but he actually was painted just so slightly, and hopefully the shoulders will be fixed too. So the Leader class Galvatron repack from Kingdom. And Blitzwing is listed in here. And the reason why we're stopping at Blitzwing here is because we already saw on Weibo from the Chinese social media message boards a blurry image of what looks like Blitzwing's alt mode, his tank mode of his triple changer kind of style. The tank mode looks slightly different. Again, this is a blurry image we're going off of. It looks slightly different from his animation model and what really we've been seeing is trying to be achieved with Legacy, where we're trying to get that Sunbow, Flurodiri animation kind of accuracy. I think that the reason why it's slightly a departure is because they're trying to find some kind of balance for whatever the future repaint retool is going to be, which potentially could be, let's say, a Leader class Armada Megatron, maybe, I don't know. Kind of looks like it, but I mean, again, it's a blurry image. And then, of course, we'll just go through Wave 3 quickly. Wave 3 is going to be a repack of Soundwave from the core class of Kingdom. The elusive Energon monster, which we still know nothing about yet. The Skullgrin that we just mentioned. The Deluxe class Wave 3 is going to be Point Blank, which we talked about yesterday. Crankcase, that's another pretty interesting one. Another Energon monster, which we know nothing about. And Dead End. There's, again, the other Stunticons. Wave 3 for the Voyagers is going to be Armada Starscream and Beast Wars Inferno. Pretty awesome. And then also kind of leaning into it, because usually around Wave 3, that's when we get our bigger guys, the Commander class Motormaster and the Titan class Cybertron Metroplex. Again, rumored, no confirmation, but supposedly that's what our next Titan class is. And then Wave 4 we just talked about right now. So we'll see what happens. A lot of interesting information here. Still a lot more to unpack in the near future. It's Transformer Tuesday. Hopefully we learn more before the day is over. But if not, this is what we got for today. And I hope you could take it apart.